Hello everyone, it is Susan here. I am working today with my new watercolor palette, which I'm loving. And it has Daniel Smith watercolor paints in it. And here I'm showing you that once I don't like to keep my wet paint brushes stored vertically. So my dry brushes I put in that little plastic tube that I think washi tape came in. I don't know. I think washi tape. And so that's how I started storing my brushes now because they were like all over the place. So, when I paint, I'll leave the brush out to dry and then I'll go ahead and put it in that little tube. And I'm just showing you here a couple of paintings that I did. Just really fun and easy. I did these on January 3rd. And I'm showing you on the back of all of my paintings, I put the date. I put my initials with a circle. And then in the corner, I will write what brand of watercolor paper I used. And the reason that I do that is because when I'm looking at it, like even in a week from now, I'm not going to remember what paper I used. More and more as time goes on, I'm sticking a bit more to Arches watercolor paper. I still do every once in a while use another brand. So what I've started to do at this point is if I use Arches, I don't write the brand name of the paper on the back. But if I use any other brand name, I will write it on the back just so that I know. And you'll see here, I'm doing a very loose flower and it's wet on wet. So I started by putting water down on the paper and that blended out really nicely. And now I'm just trying to get some more of a defined shape to the flower. And this is my favorite part right here. This, watch, I go crazy. I go crazy. And I like that. It's almost like sometimes the faster I move, the more I like what I do. Is that weird? That's probably weird. And this is the other favorite thing that I love to do, which I know you guys know, is the splattering. So one thing about using all of those shades of yellows and oranges is when you splatter red on it and it dries, wait until you see towards the end. Oh my gosh, it's just beautiful the way that it looks. It's just, I just can't even explain it. So I'll point it out at the end of the video. But I'm doing, just a little cluster of flowers. I'll have 3 different flowers on here, and I will add petals, or leaves, sorry. But this one over here, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a color that I don't normally do. So I went more with the, light brown, then started adding in a little bit darker. And then, a little bit of a brown that had a red tone to it. So I liked it. I was happy with that. And you can see, watch how the center of that flower just spreads. It just blends. It's beautiful. The way that the wet on wet works is just, I get in awe of it. I mean, sometimes you'll hear me say, how much I love something, like I'll say, oh my gosh, I just love this. Or, and it sounds like I'm crediting myself for something, but I'm not. It's just, I'm in amazement most times of either disbelief that, oh my gosh, I did that, or just because I'm in awe of how watercolor reacts with watercolor. You have to remember, I'm learning. I'm at this point when I'm doing this recording, it's the middle of January. And yeah, I've been watercolor painting for pretty much like 3 months at this point. So I'm still very much a newbie, but just learning and learning and learning. And so if I sound super happy about something, it's not because I'm proud of myself. It's just like shock. I don't know. I don't know. I really do enjoy it. I have to say that. So I am trying to accomplish a couple things here. Well, like three things. The first thing is I want to fill in the white space, and not that I have to fill it all in, but I definitely want to get the leaves around on the page. I do want to get different shapes, right? So that's something else that I am trying to bring into this painting so that it doesn't all look the same. So even the shades of green were different. For this one, I used probably 3 different shades of green. I tend to stick, not all the time, but most times with 3 different shades of green. My go-tos are under sea green, rich green gold, and olive green. Those are my go-to for leaves. So what am I doing here? I don't know. I'm adding something. Who knows? I don't remember. I am defining the center of the flower a little bit more by adding in some more of that deeper color. And I just keep adding splatters. I just keep on splattering. And again, that yellowish orange flower at the end with the photos, you really just notice like all of the layers of paint on that flower are just amazing, just amazing. So as it dries, I do decide to add another layer of paint on top. So that's something I'm actually teaching myself right now, because I was having problems doing that, where I would paint a flower and then it would dry, and it gets lighter when watercolor does when it dries. And I wasn't getting it. I wasn't getting, well, like, how can I add more color to this without making it look funny? So it took me a while, but I'm practicing here, and I like the way that this one turned out as far as adding a second layer on top of the dried flowers. And to add even, excuse me, more color onto this, more color in the greenery, let me put it that way. I did go ahead and use some Aussie gold, Aussie, what is it called? Oh, let me get my little chart. It is called Aussie red gold. And yeah, so then I put like little stems on them, and I thought that they look cute. And here I'm just adding a little bit of definition to the leaves. I do not add definition to all of the leaves. I just wanted to put a little extra something on there. And then I'm like, maybe, I don't know, maybe I did touch every single leaf, but it wasn't, I just wanted to get another layer on them. Not taking too much concern with it though. Yeah, and I was okay with that. So now I'm splattering with that Aussie red gold, and I like the composition of this painting, and I was happy with it. And so now I'm just I like the splattering, like what a mess, right? But well worth it. I think I will always splatter, always, always. And then I took a little bit more of that orange color, and I'm adding even some more. These are like little buds, kinda. Well, they're really whatever you want them to be. I kind of thought maybe little buds. I just thought that they really helped to bring in more color and add even more interest to the greenery. So I'm trying to teach myself that too. By watching videos. I mean, I can't even tell you Angela Fair, Ellen Crimmy Trent, Emma LaFave. Like those three are probably my favorite YouTubers. And so I'm learning a lot from them. And you just have to keep practicing. You have to just keep doing it, right? And now here comes some more splatter because the 29 times that I splattered already was not enough. So more splatter will never hurt a painting. I actually took my camera off of the tripod and I'm holding it. So this is me holding my camera up close to the painting. Obviously, it's still very wet. And just to show you up close, because the paper was taped down to my table. So now here are the photos. Look at that yellow flower. Look at all of the yumminess on that flower. Look at the dry part. I'm sorry. And again, this isn't me praising me. It's me saying how amazing watercolor painting is. I love it. So again, it's still wet right here. But I think this gives you a good feel for what I did on this particular painting. I am happy with it. I will admit it. I am happy with it. Let me know if you have any questions. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And here I'm just going to show you a photo of my new palette that I am super happy about. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm learning where the colors are. And yeah, so I like it very, very, very much. So thank you so much for being here. And you can find me over on Instagram at Susan Hiles Art, where I post more photos of watercolors than you'll see here on YouTube. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.